We see how this works in the kingdom of Yahuwah and one of my favorite leaders, one of which we could label as a king in Joshua. I like Joshua. Joshua was a man's man. Joshua was always in the tent of meetings, even after Moshe would leave out, because he was devoted to and loved Yahuwah. Also, he was being prepped to become the next leader of Yasharal. Joshua learned to hear from Yahuwah himself, as well as glean greatness from Moshe. I believe this is the key to becoming not only a great king or queen, but also a great leader. See, family, in order to lead, you gotta follow. I think I wrote that in my notes. But I'm gonna go and let the cat out the bag. In order to be a great leader, you have to be a great follower. You gotta be able to copy what's right. Not only copy it, but to live it. And this has been a very important theme of our recordings. Living this Ruach life, as the text says, and Ruaching in truth. You can't just talk about it, family. You do have to talk about it, because you got to speak it to believe it, and speak it so other people know what you're doing. To be that example of a righteous individual, of a righteous king and queen, and even priests and leaders of the Most High. Hallelujah. But I ain't gonna say I'm sick, because that's not the word to put on myself. But I am so frustrated with hearing this thing online. And it's basically slaves calling themselves kings. You still a slave in your mentality. And why do you say that, Rob? Because your actions prove it. It's all about the lifestyle, family. If your lifestyle is telling me one thing, and folks say, well, don't judge me. Oh, okay, I'm going to judge your fruit. Pardon me. This wind is getting kind of high. I hate that. Oh, it sure feels good. Trust me, that air is cutting. But that sun is hitting hard today. Yeah, folks will tell you real quick, don't judge me, or you judging me. I sure am. The text says you judge them by the fruit they bear. So you can just say I'm a fruit inspector. I'm judging the fruit that you're producing, and it's rotten. And as one saying goes, I believe it's text. I believe it's in the set apart text. Your fruit is rotten before it even fall and hit the ground. It's rotten on the trees. Now, you know that's bad, family. When you got trees are rotten, the fruit is rotten before it even hit the ground. That's when the fruit ordinarily start to rotten when it hits the ground. But you know there's a major problem if the fruit is rotting on the tree. That means you got some root problem. Oh boy. Forgive my stuttering, family. I get a little excited. I tend to hit a little stutter. I'm trying to stay calm. But as one of my sisters say that I grew up with here in the barrel, she say that burns my biscuit. I'm like, I ain't never heard that before. Not coming from her anyway. We used to run the streets together a little bit, and I seen the major change in her life to where she have sat under the Most High and have gleaned under him. And I'm sure being around her husband has helped. Being around another king. But you can see the time she has spent with the Most High. And it's paid off. I say praise the Most High. I be wanting so much to write my sister and say I'm so proud of you from where I saw you at, where we were both at in the world. But I believe in doing things decency and in order, which means I only go off the cues that the Most High give me. And since he brought her up, I say it, I'm so proud of you, my sister. You're a grand example of what a daughter of Zion is supposed to be. And I'm not giving out no names. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. However, if the Most High allow me, I'm going to put her information up here at the end of this recording, or right now, so you'll know who I'm speaking about, so you can judge her fruit. Hallelujah. But let's keep it going. As we see in the set apart text, Joshua was a type of Mashiach, who was the perfect example of how to lead as a follower. Which we were just saying, if you don't spend time with the Most High, you can't lead his people. You can't even speak to his people. Not with authority and boldness, because it's not going to be in you. And first of all, you got to live the life. See, he raises you up, teaches you, have you live. The whole time you're with him, he's teaching you and leading you and showing you how to live, just like he did with Yahusha in Yahusha's life with his disciples. Them 3 solid years, they was walking the walk. They was talking the talk. They was learning how to talk the talk. So by the time Yahusha was taken away, they could walk out the mission. Well, let's look at John 5:19 and 20. Yahusha gave them this answer. Verily, truly, I tell you, the Son can do nothing by himself. He can do only what he sees his Father doing, because whatever the Father does, the Son also does. This is King James Version, pardon me. For the Father loves the Son and shows him all he does. Yes, and he will show him even greater works than these, so that you would be amazed. And he did. And one of the greatest works was when he raised him from the dead. And see, that's the key, family, to us walking this walk and being able to talk that talk, that I'm a king, that I'm a queen, that I'm a leader, that I'm a God for Elohim. This is the key. Lining up with him, submission. We talk about that a lot too here in the Secret Place, truth be told. And that's the name of our channel, The Secret Place of the Most High, where truth is being told. But we break it down to the secret place, truth be told. Because we're speaking the truth every single day of our lives. Hallelujah. These are the major keys we mentioned beforehand to us becoming the kings and queens and the priests we are called to be as his chosen people. There you go again, Robert, talking about chosen people. Salvation is for everybody. Okay. Salvation is for who is for and who he was sent to save. Now later on, he added on the Gentile nations, the Gentiles. And of course, that was his plan from the beginning. But Yahusha said himself, I only come for the lost tribes of Yasharal, the 12 tribes of Yasharal. Now I say that because we are the example of how he deals with his people. See, he only sets us apart and points us out as an example. We have no special privileges as sons and daughters than nobody else, except the promises that are attached to us as a people. Because of this great example he wants to use us for. That's why the text says that salvation comes through Yehuda, because this is the tribe that Yahusha came through and by. And we're the greatest example because we're going through the hardest hell because of our knuckleheads. Of how the Most High wants to deal with everybody. But being his chosen, as the text says in Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. This is the key. It's not a point that there's a lack of knowledge.